your comfortable spot. And like you're at home, right? So maybe you could take some pillows underneath you. You could sit against a wall if you want. However you're gonna feel comfy. And really make this space, this time about your practice. So, because this may be a month or more of this, set up a spot in your home for your practice place where you can close the door and be by yourself on your mat, finding that quiet space in your head. I have some nice candles set up, and it's a really cozy place in here for me to practice with you. So give yourselves that also. And we'll start with closing our eyes. I want you to breathe in and breathe out through your nose. So you're just breathing in and out through your nose. Now as you breathe in, you're going to breathe down into your belly. Let your belly expand with your breath. And then your ribs expand, and then up into your chest. It's a 3-part yogic breath. And then as you exhale, your chest contracts, your ribs, and your belly. Inhaling and exhaling this 3-part breath, feeling what it feels like to have a full breath. And then I want you to shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, and then let your shoulders drop down. And kind of wiggle over your sits bones, let your spine rise tall from the sits bones up to the crown of your head. And let your legs soften on the mat. And then you're just gonna take your hands about an inch away from your body and draw your hands up your body, up to the crown of the head, on and then down, and releasing as if you're pushing everything away. Nice. Let your hands come back to your lap, softly resting. And thinking about allowing the sits bones to grow roots. We really do need to ground in this time of all this energy shifting in our world. So one of the best grounding breaths I love is alternate nostril breath. And if you're not comfortable bringing your hand up to your face, maybe if you haven't washed your hands, you can just do it by eventually you do alternate nostril breath by just thinking about the breath going between the two nostrils. But if you're comfortable with bringing your hand up, bringing your pointer finger and your middle finger to your third eye, and your ring finger and pinky to the left side of your nose, and your thumb to the right. And you're gonna block off your left nostril and inhale through the right. And then block off your right nostril and exhale through the left. Now inhale through the left. Block off the left and exhale through the right. We'll do that once more. Inhale through the right. Block off the right and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Block off the left and exhale through the right. Perfect. Let your hand come down to your lap again. Just kind of notice, right, that breath is balancing the right and the left side of our brain. And it's a nice grounding breath when everything's full of change. So on your next inhale, inhale your arms overhead. Let your arms slowly rise overhead. And then exhale, releasing your hands down to your sides. Go ahead and inhale overhead. And exhaling down. Do that again. Inhale overhead. And as you exhale, just let go of everything as if you're just pushing it all away, clearing the way for yourself. Then you're gonna inhale overhead and exhale to twist to the right. Bring your right hand behind you, left hand across your body. Nice. Feel the crown of your head rising. Inhale up. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Relax your jaw. Take a couple breaths here. The spine twisting. Inhale overhead. And exhale to twist to the left. Now your right hand comes across your body, your left hand behind you. Breathe. Relax your shoulders down. Feel the crown of the head rise. And then you're going to inhale to center. And exhale, let your arms come down to your sides. And just walk your right fingertips out, maybe an inch or so. Allow your left ear to drop down to your left shoulder. Breathe into the right side of your neck. Feel it opening. Maybe open and close your jaw. Maybe open and close your eyes and then just allow them to softly shut. Allow the lips to softly come together. You're going to allow the crown of your head to rise. Take a breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Now walk your left fingertips out. Let your right ear drop down to your right shoulder. We're going to breathe into the left side of the neck here. Breathing in and out. Soften your jaw, relax your eyes. And then bringing your head back to center. We'll open up the sides of the ribs now. So sliding your right arm out, bring your left arm overhead. Breathe into the left rib cage. And then you're going to come up to center. Slide your left arm out. Bring your right arm overhead, opening the right rib cage. Beautiful. And then you're going to come back up to center. Take your hands to your knees. We're just going to start to wake up here. So circling the spine in one direction. And the opposite direction. Oh, you guys look great. Nice. Go ahead and come back to center. And you're going to take your feet to the mat, knees bent, and just let your knees fall side to side. And then you'll swing your legs around and we're going to come to tabletop. I'm going to take my sweater off. I'm getting a little bit hot. I love seeing all the cameras on. It's fun to watch you guys. And I feel like you're right here with me. Coming into cat and cow, rounding and arching. And one of the things you can work on if you like technology is you can call in on your phone and then mirror your phone up to your TV if you want to have a big screen to call in on. Perfect. So just find any movements that feel good for you here. Yes, beautiful, Tracy. Nice. Rounding and arching and side to side. Nice. And then go ahead and come back to a flat back. And if you have dogs, I love dogs, so you can always bring your dog into the video. Raise your right leg behind you and your left arm in front of you, which is kind of a fun thing. We could have a whole bunch of dogs all together on video. We could never do that in the studio. It would be crazy. Although we do yoga outside on the lawn in the summer at the studio, but the dogs are all on leashes. Release down and inhale up left leg and right arm. So keep your eyes out for our yoga. It's super fun. Phoebe loves it. Breathing, lengthening through your fingertips, through the ball of your foot, and releasing down. And we're just going to take this breath to movement. So inhale up, right leg and left arm. Exhale down. Inhale up. 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 Exhale down. And now we're going to inhale up. And go ahead and bend your right knee. Reach around for your right foot with your left hand. Or your hand just comes to the small of the back. Kind of choose which works better for you. So I'm going to take a hold of my right hand and opening. It feels so good to open the heart. So now we're going to keep this right knee bent. You're going to take your left hand down to the mat. Roll your right hip on top of your left. And then you're going to reach back for your right foot with your right hand. Yes, perfect. Nice, Amy. Breathing. Now from here, you're going to lengthen the right leg so it's parallel with the mat. Your right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Yes. And we're going to take some little dips here with our right foot. You're going to bring your right heel in front of your left leg, and then you're going to circle up with the right heel and in back of you. It's little taps. You're kind of making an arch with your right heel, coming forward and up and back, and forward and up and back. Do that again, forward and up and back. And now this time, raise your right leg. You're going to swing your right foot around to the front of your mat. Nice. And we're just going to open the hips a little here, coming forward and then pulling the hips back and coming forward and pulling the hips back and coming forward and back. And then you're just going to go ahead and bring your right knee back to meet your left, back into tabletop. And raise your left leg behind you and your right arm. Beautiful. Now bend your left knee and reaching back for your left foot with your right hand, opening the heart. Or it can just be your right hand to the small of your back. Kind of listening to your body is what yoga is about. It's about finding your own inner voice and what your voice is, what your body's looking for. So here, we're going to do that same sequence. You're going to let your right hand come down to the mat. Roll your left hip on top of your right. Reach back for your left foot with your left hand. Opening the front body. Breathe here. Go ahead and breathe. So you have your left hand to your left foot. No, yes, nice. Perfect. And then release your left leg long, left arm overhead. And we're going to do those heel movements. So left heel comes forward and then up and taps and back and forward and up and back and forward and up and back and forward and back up. And then from here, you're just going to swing this left leg forward to the top of the mat. Coming, yes, nice, beautiful, into a lunge. Let your hips come forward and back, just starting to allow some opening forward and back, forward and back. Beautiful. Maybe once more. And then go ahead and bring your left knee back to meet your right in tabletop. And you're going to press back for child's pose. So this is a great pose to come to if anything feels like too much when we're practicing. Go ahead and come down to child's pose. In child's pose here, let's walk our hands off to the left side of the mat. Your right hand coming on top of your left. Beautiful. Relax your neck. breathe. Take a deep breath down into your belly. And then make this exhale even longer than the inhale. See how long you can release, letting go. And feel a sense of melting as you're exhaling. You're going to walk your hands back to center and then off to the right side of your mat. Your left hand coming on top of your right. Breathing in and out. You're going to take a deep inhale through your nose. And now exhale. Make your exhale even longer than your inhale. Perfect. Breathing in and out. Take your hands back to the center of your mat. And we're going to take our right arm and thread the right arm underneath your left arm. So it comes right underneath the left armpit. And then the palm of your right hand faces up. Your forehead can be in the mat, or you could turn your ear to the side. Nice. Relaxing over the right shoulder. And here, we're going to take a couple breaths with hand movements. So you're going to inhale, open your right hand. Your palm opens wide. And then as you exhale, slowly curling your fingers in. And then inhaling, opening the fingers wide. And exhaling, curling the fingers in. And then once more, inhale, open the palm wide, receptive. And exhale, curl your fingers in. And you'll bring your right hand forward on the mat. And we'll come into the other side. So you're going to thread your left arm underneath your right. Nice. Let your left palm face up. Yes. And breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we're going to bring this breath to our hands. So you're going to inhale, opening your fingers wide, breathing into the palm. And exhale, the fingers curl in. And now inhale, open. And exhale, curling the fingers in. And inhaling, open. And exhaling, softly curling in. Go ahead and take your left hand forward to the mat. You're going to slide your hands forward so your chest can drop between your arms. Feel your chest opening down towards the mat. Relax the right shoulder and the left shoulder. Nice. You're going to slide your hands back till your hands come to your thighs. You're going to go ahead and rise up onto your knees. Nice. Yes. Inhale overhead. And then as you exhale, take your left hand out to the side. Your right arm comes overhead, your right leg out to the side. You're just opening, yes, in a modified gait, opening the right side body. Go ahead and come back to center. Deep inhale, inhaling overhead. Exhale, let your right hand come out to the side. Left leg comes out to the side, left arm overhead. Open the left side, beautiful. And then you're gonna come back to center. Inhale overhead. On your exhale, let your right arm drop back towards your right heel and gaze back towards the right heel. And then inhale, right arm back up. And exhale, let your left arm drop back towards the left heel, gazing back. And it doesn't have to touch the left heel. I mean, if you want to, that's fine, but you can just be a gaze back. And then inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bring both hands forward. And our favorite pose, press back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Well, I don't know if it's your favorite pose, but I mean, it's so integral to yoga that it's like if you say yoga to me, it feels like down dog. So hopefully you enjoy it if you do much yoga. So bending your knees, alternating heels into the mat. And I didn't put this in my blog, but I should have. I said how good yoga is for immunity, but inversions are great for immunity. Any poses where we have our head below our heart, consider an inversion. So sink back into both of your heels. Inhale and exhale. And then you're going to step forward to the top of the mat. And when you get to the top of the mat, take your hands to opposite elbows. And you're just going to swing side to side. Relax your neck. Now letting your hands drape down to the mat. You're going to round up through your spine. One vertebrae at a time, coming to standing. Roll your shoulders up and down and back. Do that again, up and down and back with the shoulders. And then you're going to inhale your arms overhead. Clasp your hands together overhead. And you're going to lean to the left, opening your right side body. Nice. Then you do this, you're pressing in to your right foot. And then come up to center and lean to the right, pressing into your left foot. Beautiful. And thanks for adjusting your cameras. That's awesome. Breathing. Inhale overhead, inhaling nice and tall. And then exhale, bring your hands right through heart center, folding forward. And inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, release down. Step back for plank. And just because you have your camera on, don't feel like you can't do whatever you want. Even in any of my classes, I'm happy if people take their own versions of what's good for them. So feel free to do that. You're going to lower down to hover off of the mat or all the way down to the mat. And then you're going to open your chest forward. Inhaling. Exhale, go ahead and press back to your knees, then curl your toes under and come back to Adho Mukha. Nice. Inhale and exhale. You're going to inhale, step forward to the top of the mat or walk to the top of the mat or hop, whatever your practice has. Rounding up through your spine. Inhale overhead, full inhale. These deep breaths are part of our practice, right? Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, release down. You're going to sit back with your right leg into a lunge. Come down to your right knee, top of your right foot. And you're going to inhale your arms overhead. Hold here, breathing. Feeling your hips squeezing in towards each other. Inhaling and exhaling. And then you'll bring your hands forward to the top of the mat. Curl your right toes under, step back for plank. Nice strong plank. From plank, you're gonna lower down to the mat or into chaturanga. Choose your option. Inhale, open forward. Feel that heart opening here. Gaze over your left shoulder. Gaze over your right shoulder. Gaze forward, pull that belly up and in. And then curl the toes under, press back to your down dog, nice. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, step forward to the top of the mat. Round up through your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale overhead. Exhale, we're gonna fold through center. Inhale, lift and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release down. You're going to step back with your left foot into a lunge. Come down to your left knee, top of your left foot. And just notice where your right knee is. You want your right knee to be over your right ankle and not in front of the right ankle. And then you're going to go ahead and inhale your arms overhead. Breathing. Dropping the shoulders down, right, so that our neck can be long. Let's release that tension that we store in our hips with the junk drawers of our emotions, our hips. Inhale and just exhale. Imagine it all floating out the door, letting go, being here in your body, in your practice. Now you're gonna bring your hands forward. Go ahead and step back for plank. Contract the core, lower down to the mat or into chaturanga. And then you're gonna inhale, open forward, press into all 10 fingertips as you flow back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe here, inhale and exhale. Inhale, step forward to the top of the mat, rounding up through your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, release down. You're gonna step back for plank. So how are you guys feeling tonight? I need to warm up. I'm kind of cold here. So let's do some push-ups. You can be on your knees. Knees are fine. I'm gonna do them on my toes. I do need to warm up. Or you can be on your toes. We're just gonna do 6 of them. You're gonna lower down to hover off of the mat and then press up to plank. Lower down to hover and press up to plank. Lower down to hover and up to plank. Are you getting warmer yet? Lower down to hover and up. That's 4. Lower down to hover and up. That's 5. We got one more. Lower down to hover and press up. And just remember, do whatever it is that's good for you. Go ahead and press all the way back to down dog. Take a breath in down dog. Inhale and exhale. Step forward to the top of the mat. Round up through your spine. Stay with me. You got it. Inhale, overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, back down. Step back with your right leg into a lunge. And you can be on your right knee like we were before, or staying on your right toes and inhale overhead. So you can hear your push-ups. This feels great, the lunge, right? Breathe. You have it. Whatever version you want, you can be on your right knee. From here, you're going to take your hands to heart center and you're going to twist towards your knee. So your right elbow comes to your left knee. Nice. Press back through your right heel. Breathing, and you feel your spine come out long, right? I know it's hard because you're trying to watch what I'm doing too. But your crown of your head reaches forward as if your spine could lengthen from your sits bones to the crown of your head. Beautiful. And then go ahead and inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, and your hands come to the top of the mat. Step back for plank. You can flow right back to down dog or flowing through chaturanga, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, exhale, down dog. Nice. Take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Step forward to the top of the mat, rounding up through your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Nice. Inhale overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, back down. Step back with your left leg into a lunge. Inhaling overhead. So this can be on your left knee or your left toes. The other thing I like to mention in a lunge is if you have your feet further apart, more like hip distance apart or even further, you have a more solid base. So sometimes if we're kind of toppling over, it might be because we're on a tightrope with both of our feet in the same line and not creating that width for the hips. So you'll take your hands to heart center and then twist to the right. Your left elbow coming to your right knee. So twisting towards the knee. These are great for the digestion. These twists towards our leg. Right, we're helping to bring fresh blood to the digestive system. Of which in the blog I just released, that's what I talk about how our digestive system is a huge part of our immune system, like 70% of our immune system. Because our whole digestive system is exposed to inhale overhead to the outside, right? Like it seems like it's inside of us, but it's actually exposed to everything. Go ahead and step back for plank. You're gonna lower down for chaturanga, or you might come right back to down dog. So I think most of you came right back to down dog last time. Nice, flow back to down dog. Take a breath here, inhale, and exhale. You're gonna step your toes together at the center of your mat, and raise your right leg up towards the sky, or in one-legged dog. Beautiful. Hold here, feel the length. And now we're gonna use a little bit more core work. We're gonna exhale, bring your right knee to the outside of your right elbow, hovering. And again, this could be on your left knee if this is too much. Then you're gonna inhale, right leg long. Exhale, right knee comes across your body to your left elbow. We're basically like in a plank position, hugging our knee either across the body or to the outside elbow. We'll do 2 more of those. Inhale high. Exhale, right knee outside of right elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, outside of left elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, outside of right elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, outside of left elbow. Good, and inhale, right leg high. And then releasing down to the mat. Go ahead and come down to your knees. And we're gonna do the other leg, but we're holding that for a while. So take your fingertips and point your fingertips back towards your knees. So this might feel a little awkward. Basically your elbows, the inside of your elbows are pointing forward, and your fingertips are pointing back towards your knees. And now let your body weight kind of slide back, almost as if you're just starting to come into a child's pose, and allow the wrists to release. Hi, Rondo. I see him there. Baby's just sleeping. So now release your hands forward, and you're gonna pretend you're a cat and make some like biscuits on your mat. I don't have a cat anymore, and I really miss having a cat because I used to love it. It's so nice when they're purring and they make biscuits on you. It's so peaceful. Okay, so we're gonna come back to down dog and do the other side. So press back to down dog now. Bring your toes together at the center line of your body and raise your left leg up high. Inhale. And then exhale, left knee to outside of left elbow. So you're just hovering in a plank position. And you're using your core to keep this left knee up here. And eventually you can come into some kind of balancing poses this way too, arm balances. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee outside of right elbow. Hug the knee into the chest. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, outside of left elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, outside of right elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, outside of left elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, outside of right elbow. Inhale your left leg high, and then release it down to the mat. Gaze between your hands, bend your knees and your elbows, and step to the top of the mat. We're going to take our hands behind our back for waterfall. Clasp your hands and let your hands fall forward. Your fingers threaded together. Release your neck. Shake your head. Yes and no. And then you're going to allow your hands to drape down to the mat. Round up through your spine. Up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale overhead. And on your exhale, take your hands down to heart center, stepping back with your right foot into Virabhadrasana 1. Beautiful. Hips facing forward. Bringing your arms overhead. Breathe here. Feel the anchoring through the soles of the feet. And then we're going to open into Warrior 2, sinking down. bending into your left knee tracking towards the middle of your left toes. Yes, breathe. Feel that energy out through your fingertips. Maybe circle your wrists. And then like circle your shoulders a little bit, let go there. And now let the arms come out. Sometimes when we come in really tight into something, we're actually constricting the flow of energy. So just find that looseness. And then bring your right hand down your right leg, your left arm overhead, bend into your left knee and open your left side. Breathe. And we'll come to side angle from here. Left elbow to left knee and right arm coming forward, reaching forward towards where the wall meets the ceiling. And then you're going to let your right hand come down to the mat. Square your hips towards the mat. You're rotating your right heel back. And this is a low lunge, so we've been opening the hips. You can be on your hands. You could also be on your knee if you'd prefer, or you can come down onto your elbows on the inside of your left foot. Nice. I like everybody choosing their own options. Beautiful. Holding here, a couple breaths. And then you're going to come back onto your hands and toe heel your left foot off to the left side of your mat. You're going to come down to your right knee, top of your right foot. And you're going to take your right hand off to the side on the floor beside your mat, your left hand to your left inner thigh. And now you're going to gaze over your left shoulder. Yeah, gazing back towards the back of your mat. And then if you want to take your left hand, you can take your left hand and reach back for your foot behind you. So the hand that was on your inner thigh, you can bring back and take a hold of your right foot. Breathing. Perfect. And release your right foot behind you. Take your hands to the mat. Curl your right toes under, bring your left leg back to meet your right and plank. We're just gonna flow through here. You can come right back to down dog or lower down for chaturanga. Inhale, opening. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a breath in down dog. Inhale and exhale. You're gonna inhale, step forward to the top of the mat. Round up through your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale overhead. On your exhale, you're going to step back with your left foot into warrior one. I did not do that very gracefully. Sinking down into your warrior one. Arms coming overhead. Feel the soles of your feet on the mat. And drawing your belly up and in to keep that alignment of the spine, the power center, our third chakra. Inhale and exhale, open into warrior two, sinking down. Feel your right knee tracking towards the middle of your right foot. And then let's take those energy movements again. Like just work out through your arms, release your arms, your shoulders, your wrists. And then gradually bring them out to gaze over your right arm. Beautiful. And you'll take your left hand down your left leg, your right arm overhead and open the right side body. Yeah, we want to find nice room for breath here. Keep bending into your right knee still tracking towards the middle of your right foot. Yes. And now come forward for side angle, right elbow to right knee. Left arm reaching forward towards where the wall meets the ceiling. You guys have it. Awesome job. Beautiful. Breathing. And then you're going to let your left hand come down to the mat. Square your hips towards the mat. And we're going to stay here in a low lunge. So you can come onto your hands on the inside of your right foot. You can bend your left knee if you want, or staying on your left toes. And yes, Haley's down there already, or coming down onto your elbows. Perfect. Breathing. Let the sole of the right foot anchor. Feel all your toes. Feel the ball of your foot. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice. So you're going to come back up onto your hands. Take your left knee down to the mat. Toe heel your right foot off to the side of your mat. And then your left hand comes to the floor here beside the mat. Right hand to right inner thigh. You're gazing over your right shoulder, gazing back towards, yes, beautiful, towards the back of your mat. Nice. And then only if it's comfortable, you can bend your left knee and reach back for the left foot. But it doesn't feel good on everybody's knees. We're all built differently. I think this feels fine on my knees, but some of the things that we do on sits bones do not feel good on my body. Breathing. And you're going to release, curl your left toes under, take your hands to the top of the mat, sit back, forward plank, and we're just going to flow through once more. Come right back to down dog, or lowering down, scooping forward, and flowing back. Take a breath, inhale, and exhale. You're going to step forward to the top of the mat, and go ahead and round up through your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale overhead, exhale, hands down to heart center. And we have to do some balancing poses now because, oh my goodness, we need balancing poses right now. Like, we should just kind of do it all through our day because they're so grounding. So let's start with tree. It's kind of the epitome of grounding, balancing poses. You're going to let your arms straight down to your side, come into Tadasana. Take your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your back. And just feel a connection there. Maybe even draw your hands kind of up your body and down, and kind of energetically the front of the body, reaching for the back of the body. Then release your hands down along your sides. So from here, find a spot to fix your gaze on in front of you for your balancing point, your drishti, something that doesn't move. And you're gonna shift your weight onto your left foot, raise your right knee, and then bring your right knee out to the side for tree. So it could be with your right toe, big toe on the floor, or you could bring your right foot up to wherever your expression of tree is this evening. Just be careful not to put it on your knee. You don't want to create lateral pressure on your knee. And then any expression with your branches, your arms could come overhead or out to the side, heart center. And as you're here, let go of your head, let go of the mind, the thoughts, and feel the sensations in the body, especially the sole of the left foot. And then releasing your arms out to your sides. You're going to take your right knee forward. Hold the right knee forward here. Bring your hands together at heart center. And then you're going to extend through your right leg. I'll come sideways on the mat to show you. And hinging forward at your waist, coming into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Extending the right leg behind you. You can bring your arms out in front of you if you like, or they could be at heart center. Nice. Hold it as long as you can. Awesome job. Nice. So then when you're done, let your hands come down to the mat. Let your right leg raise high. Your head drops. And then release your right foot down to meet your left, and go ahead and round up through your spine. Roll your shoulders down and back. And we'll do the other side. So that Tadasana, let's do the energy connection again. Right hand in front of the body, left hand behind your body. moving them up and down. And release your hands. Anchor into the sole of your right foot. Raise your left knee. You have your drishti spot, right? Gazing on the drishti. And finding tree on this side. The sides of our body may be very different. So without judgment, you can acknowledge that. Anchoring through the sole of the right foot. And you're going to release your arms out to your sides. Take the left knee forward, straightening the left leg. Bring your hands together at heart center and hinging forward into Virabhadrasana 3. Nice, into a scale position. Perfect. I love being able to see all you guys. Wow. You hold it as long as you want and then fold forward, hands coming to the top of the mat, your left leg raised. And release your left foot down to meet your right. You're going to round up through your spine, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale overhead and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, back down. We're going to flow through once more or just come right back to down dog. Stepping back, lowering down. Inhale forward, exhale back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. You're going to walk your hands back to the back of your mat. And you're going to let your knees open wide. So we need to have some fun, right? It's a crazy time. So let's just have some fun. You can do what you want of this. I see that a couple of you have joined us, look like you've been doing yoga for a while. So I thought this might be fun. And the people who come with me have already tried this. Bring your crow. This is what we're coming into. So bring your hands so that they're shoulder distance apart. You're gonna have your knees up on your upper arms. You're gonna bend your elbows and let your knees rest on your upper arms, on your basically your triceps. And then you raise your hips up, and then you can practice raising one leg and then the other. And since you're home, you could put a bunch of pillows in front of you, to just roll forward onto. And you don't even have to raise your feet if you don't want to. Nice, everybody. See, it's fun to try something. Yeah, get us out of our heads and into our bodies. And that feeling of feeling like a kid again is why I like to try these kind of different poses sometimes. Okay, so something fun for you to try after we're done with class. So let's now go ahead and come down onto our backs. And take the soles of your feet to the floor. And we'll just come to bridge pose first. So curling your sits bones up, raise your hips up towards the ceiling. Press into your feet. So as you press into your feet, right, your chest comes closer towards your chin. And then if you'd like to, you can roll under one shoulder and the other and clasp your hands beneath your body. And now everybody who has a small dog or a cat, put them on your belly. No, I'm just kidding. I'm talking to you, Amy, but Phoebe's asleep, so she's gonna stay here. Right, Phoebes. Breathing. And then you're gonna release your hands, unroll one shoulder and then the other, and slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Now drop both knees into your chest. Circle your ankles. And you're gonna bring your left leg long on the mat, your right knee hugging the right knee into the chest. And then we're gonna switch. Bring your left knee into your chest, your right leg long. Yes. So now take your hands behind your head, clasping your hands behind your head, And we're gonna switch. Right knee comes in, left leg hovers off of the mat. Raise your chest to twist towards your right knee. And then switch. Left knee comes in, twist towards the left knee. And switch towards the right knee. And left. And right. And left. And right. And left. And right. And left. And right. And one more. Left. And now release. Bring your arms overhead. Your legs long on the mat. Inhale up through your arms, down through your legs. And then exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. And you're gonna bring your right knee off to the left side of your body for a twist. Let your right arm open off to the side. Relaxing down. Soften your breath, soften your eyes. Breathe in and out. Relax your right hand. Soften the left leg on the mat. And let go of any thoughts in your head. If they come, just acknowledge the thoughts without having to chase them away, and let the thoughts float by like clouds. Just come back to your clear blue sky of your mind. Feel your breath coming all the way down to your belly. Breathing into the lower back. Another breath here. And then you're just going to roll onto your back. Hug your knee, right knee into your chest. Circle your right ankle. Beautiful. And now we're going to switch. Bring your left knee into your chest, your right leg long. Circle your left ankle. And now bring your left knee across your body to the right side of your body. You can always have a pillow under your leg as it comes across if you like. You're going to gaze to the left, breathing here. Soften your right leg down to the mat. Relax the left leg. Feel your body melting. Your right hand softens. Your left hand. Breathe in and breathe out. Feel the breath down into the belly, down into the lower back. You're going to roll back onto your back, your left knee, hugging your left knee to your chest. Circle the left ankle. And release your left leg long on the mat and your arms down alongside you for Savasana. I'm going to turn some music on for Savasana. You guys just go ahead and grab blankets if you want them, anything to make yourself cozy. And we're going to have a 5-minute Savasana. So you're going to become aware of your breath and allow some small movements in your toes and in your fingers. And hug your right knee into your chest and then your left. And go ahead and roll to the side of your body into a safe, cozy fetal position. And you're going to slowly press up to a comfortable seated position. And I want you to bring your hands to your heart center. We're just going to offer a little meditation out to the world. So I usually end with may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace, and may you live with ease. Let's do this together, offering this out to the world. So you can say to yourself or out loud, may you be happy. Offering that to yourself. Inhaling and exhaling. And then may the world be happy. Inhaling and exhaling. May you be healthy and offering this to yourself. Breathing it into your body. And then offering this out to the world. May you, the collective you, be healthy. May you be at peace and offering that to yourself. Breathe it into yourself. And offering that peace out to the world. May you be at peace. And may you live with ease. And offering this to yourself. And then out to the world, may you live with ease. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. It means so much